Hi, and welcome back to Kibosh's Socially Responsible Investor. This is episode 4. In this episode, we're going to learn what does it mean to be a socially responsible investor? What are socially responsible companies anyways? We're also going to look at a couple publicly traded companies. One is Green Mountain Roasters, and the other is First Solar. There's three things to consider about social responsibility. One is, of course, shareholders and profitability. That's very important. Another thing to keep in mind is the stakeholders. The stakeholders are the people who are affected by the company and what they do. Also, environmental responsibility. So, what is corporate social responsibility? Well, on melonbakar.net, they have a nice definition, and I thought I'd share that with you. Corporate social responsibility is about how companies manage the business process to produce an overall positive impact on society. Okay, let's go to the site.
All right, here we are at melonbaker.net, mellenbaker.net. And I wanted to show you where I found this definition of corporate social responsibility. So anyways, when you get to the site, scroll down about halfway till you get till you see the features section right here, and then click on definitions. Then right here you will see the definition. If you have a chance, go ahead and take a look at the site. He has a lot of information on here.
I found a nice definition of a shareholder versus stakeholder on valuebasedmanagement.net. Let me read it to you. The shareholder value perspective emphasizes profitability over responsibility. The stakeholder value perspective emphasizes responsibility over profitability. Okay, let's go to the site.
Okay, here we are at valuebasedmanagement.net. Now, I wanted to show you where I found that definition. So, once you're at this site, if you mouse over the FAQ button or link, go ahead and click on that. Now, down in the left-hand side, lower left-hand side, there is a link called "What is the difference between shareholder and stakeholder value perspective?" Click on that, and here we are. So right here is shareholder value perspective, and below that is stakeholder value perspective. This definition is much longer than the one I just read, but go ahead, if you have a chance, take a look at it. There's a lot of good information here.
The first company I'd like to go over is First Solar. And just for full disclosure, I do own First Solar stocks. Alright, on First Solar's website, they do have some quick facts and figures. Let me go over that with you. They were formed in 1999 and launched production of a commercial product in 2002. They achieved the lowest manufacturing cost per watt in the industry, breaking $1 per watt in 2008. First Solar will bring total expected capacity to be more than 1.4 gigawatts by the end of 2010. Developed the first comprehensive pre-funded module collection and recycling program in the PV industry. Attained the smallest carbon footprint and fastest energy payback time of any PV technology on the market when measured on a life cycle basis. When in operation, modules generate electricity with no air emission, no waste production, and no water use. Launched IPO on November 17, 2006. Common stock is traded on the NASDAQ stock market under the symbol FSLR. Okay, let's go to First Solar's website and take a look and see what they're all about.
Okay, here we are at First Solar's website. I at least wanted to give you a little glimpse of the site. And first off, I'd like to show you where I got the information that I just read. So we go under Corporate, and then About. And here we go. Right under here, Quick Facts and Figures. Okay, also, you can learn more about the modules they have, the systems. There's some investor information here you can take a look at if you like. The press center, and also contact information if you want to ask First Solar more questions about their operations and general inquiries. Okay.
The next company I'd like to talk about and go over a little is Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. Green Mountain Coffee Roasters is doing a lot of good for the world. I really like this company a lot. Green Mountain Coffee has also acquired a few other companies, coffee companies. One is Tully's. Here's some highlights I found from the Green Mountain Coffee's website about some of the good that they're doing for the world. Let me go ahead and read it to you. Green Mountain Roasters was started in 1981 in Vermont. They've been composting in the retail store since 1983. They offset their emissions from their general operations in roasting. They introduced one of the first to-go cups made of recycled materials. They call it the Ecotainer. Green Mountain Coffee is also building a market for fair trade. If you don't know about fair trade, it's worth looking into. Maybe we can cover it in one of our next shows. Green Mountain also encourages employee volunteerism, where employees will get paid time off to go volunteer in their community. Green Mountain also does donation matching, where when an employee will donate to the charity of their choice, Green Mountain will match that donation with one of their own to that same charity. Okay, let's go to Green Mountain Roasters website and take a look around and see what they're all about.
Here we are at Green Mountain Coffee's website. One of the first things you might notice at the top here are some of the other companies that Green Mountain Coffee has acquired, like Tully's that I mentioned earlier. The tab below here, there's a link called Our Story. If we go to that, there's information about Behind the Bean being one of the pieces of information, the story of the bean from the tree to the cup and everything in between, brewing a better world, learning more about Green Mountain Coffee's impact on the world around us, revelations, everyone has something to say, and then opportunities to meet the people that work at Green Mountain. Another part of the site is that I thought would be interesting is promoting sustainable coffee. So let's take a look at that. Here we can learn more about fair trade, what is fair trade building and how they're building the market for fair trade. And there's some other interesting information here that is definitely worth taking a look at. Last but not least, let's take a look at investor services. Here you can learn more about the company's stock price, and financial information.
Just my disclaimer. My name is Glenn Brewster. I am not a financial advisor. I am not an expert in the stock market. I am quite the novice. But I am taking the time to try to learn as much as I can about the socially responsible investing field. I believe that business really runs this country and the world, and we as investors have the opportunity to have a say in what the businesses are doing of the world. I believe that business has a responsibility not just to its shareholders, but also its stakeholders and to the environment. And I want to bring that message forward so that we can try to make this world a better place. Thank you for watching The Socially Responsible Investor from the Kibosh Network. Thank you for watching.